Well, good morning, friends. Good morning, saints, on, guess what? Trash and Recycling Wednesday. I said it. Alrighty. A little bit icy in spots this morning, because we had some mild temperatures yesterday, and it kind of cooled off. Not crazy cold, but it cooled off enough at night to freeze in certain spots. So if you're going to be out and about this morning, please be super careful, because there are surprise ice spots. You might not see them. So much of it is clear and free, and so when there is an ice spot, it surprises you. So let's be careful out there. I will visit you in hospital if you end up there, but don't need to do that, do you? All right, here we go. Okay. And we go down to the river to pray. All right. There's still a good bit of ice on the edge of the river, but the middle is wide open. Don't even see any ice flows today. Sorry, this snow is, I don't know what the right word is, soggy? Kind of very wet, half melted, and squishy under my feet. So I'm walking a little bit precariously here. Not dangerous, it's just every other footstep you fall through, so you don't know if you're gonna fall through or if you're not. So, all right, here we are down at the river, and you will notice the sun is not even close to coming up yet. That'll get all bright in that area right there. If you've been watching these in the past, you know exactly that's where the sun comes up, and it's a little ways away still. Early this morning. All right, we do have Bible study this afternoon, and I've got a couple things I need to get done this morning and an appointment 9:45, so I've got stuff to do. I came down early. All right, we are down here to turn to the Word. Remember yesterday we were looking at Luke chapter 5, and Jesus was present to heal. Remember that from yesterday? Well, today I want to actually just back up one verse. We started yesterday with verse 17. It's the beginning of that story. And I'm going to go to verse 16 today, because here is, I believe, part of the key to why Jesus was present to heal. And I want to throw out a challenge to you. I'm going to try to slowly walk down just to get a different perspective today than what we've always had. I want to throw out a challenge to you. And for you who, I can't see you, but if you want to be or claim to be a follower of Jesus, raise your hand. Okay, so now go find a mirror and see if that's you. Here's the thing. If you want to be a follower of Jesus, or if you are a follower of Jesus, I'm going to tell you something that Jesus did very often. Other translations say frequently. Others kind of push the idea of consistently or constantly. The KJV, Old King James Version, actually does not have any sort of indication of frequency or timing on this, but a lot of the other translations do. Came out of a later Dead Sea Scrolls and some other stuff, some later scriptural remnants that we found, and included the word often or frequently in there. What am I talking about? Look at this. Verse 16. And I hope that's focusing right. So he himself often withdrew into the wilderness and prayed. So he himself often withdrew into the wilderness and prayed. So here's Jesus, the Son of God. I remember, fully God and fully man. And he obviously recognized, and I'm going to guess enjoyed, because I do, those times of solitary fellowship with God. See, the word here, wilderness, doesn't necessarily mean, because you looked at the translation of the word, it does not necessarily mean that he went to the desert, because you and I would be driving for days before we found desert, right? That's not what it means. The word that's used there is solitary, desolation, nothing else around. That means no phone, no books, no people. Sounds like a prayer closet to me, where you're not even reading the Bible, as important as that is. We absolutely need to read the Bible regularly, daily, even more often than that. Stay in the Word, absolutely. But there's something to be said by the example of Jesus. You see, he didn't take the scrolls with him when he went to the desert. He just went. Nobody else around. Nothing else around. The idea of desolate isolation. And he just spent time with the Father. Hey, you want to follow Jesus? Follow him into the prayer closet. Follow him into that place of isolated, desolate prayer. And by the way, if you want to know somewhat of how Jesus might have been praying, I mean, he was alone there. We didn't have any spies with him or around him, so we don't know. But we do have recorded John chapter 17. It tells you a little bit about how he prayed, because that is one of Jesus's prayers recorded, the whole chapter. It's all about praying that at whatever price, the will of the Father would be done. Praying for the disciples and for all who would follow. Praying that he would be a good example and a leader, leading them to God. I'll tell you, I know he is our high priest, and so, a couple things he prayed for that probably don't fit for us. But there's a lot to be learned from the prayers of Jesus for those who wish to follow him, or for those who are following him. So, one thing for sure. Withdraw into an isolate, desolate place often and pray. Father, teach us to pray. Teach us to pray. I ask this in your precious name. Amen. Amen. Thank you for joining me this morning. I've been looking over, of course, we just finished 500 episodes of this. I've been looking over and noticed that we're not getting a lot of likes. People comment to me in person or email me or whatever. But as silly as it sounds, it actually really helps us get this word out if you like this video. If you like it, just hit the like button. It's not for me. It's just the fact that once a video gets a fair bit of likes, like 20, 30 likes, YouTube will start pushing it. Because they're like, oh, somebody likes this. And they'll start pushing it, and that's how videos go viral. I'm not asking for my videos to go viral. I'm asking that just more people would have a chance to see this. And YouTube will push it if it starts getting some likes. So as you watch this video, would you like it? And that'll help us convince YouTube that it's worth sharing. And they will put it on as a suggestion for other people who are even vaguely close to the algorithm. Also, feel free to subscribe. That way you know every time that one of these pops up. All right. God bless you. Hope to see you at the Bible study this afternoon, if at all possible. Starts at 2:30. We're going to meet at 2 o'clock. Well, the doors will open at 2 o'clock. We start right at 2:30. And looking today at Luke chapter 1, 2, and 3. So much to learn that we might understand Jesus. All right. God bless you. Bye-bye.